two. Down to one. It's game. Yes!
This ball is crushed. MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm on BS and real, my rhymes convict and heal.
Welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I'm your host, Tony Cook. I am joined today by Matthew Robinson, a Faithful Fan regular. How you been, Matt? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I've been good, man. Christmas has been good to me this year. How about you?
Me too, man. I've been good. I just threw down on some apple yam, some ham. I'm ready to get to this basketball football talk, dog.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Hey, brother.
It's a good holiday season, you know.
Yes, tis the season to be jolly. NBA is back.
Football's
We've seen 2 nights of NBA basketball. We've seen the Lakers play. We've seen the new Nets play, what the new Nets are going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
The Rockets game has gotten postponed. What have you seen in the past couple of days? What have you seen?
You know what? I want to jump in and start with that Warrior-Nets game, right?
Okay.
One, Warriors look very disappointing. I know everybody was over here talking. Everybody was talking about how, they back. They're going to be the Lakers not going to be able to hang. They're going to be good. The Warriors look like garbage, bro. They
did, dog. Hey, Merry Christmas, baby Ace.
Say Merry Christmas, Ace.
Merry Christmas.
I knew I was going to get one out of him. He had to wait for the lights to come on, though. He had to wait for the lights to come on.
Yeah,
okay.
He did.
Anyways, no, hey, that's the craziest thing because I was arguing with Jay, like, the Warriors ain't going to be bad, bro.
Man, like, honestly.
That's bad, dude. That's bad.
The thing about it is they don't have any identity anymore, you know? And I'm not saying their identity was tied around Clay, but just that team, they just don't have that prowess that they've had for the last 5 years. You know, they've been the dynasty. They've been the team in the West for 5 years, and they've been tough. They've been competitive because they played run and shoot basketball, right? And then they played defense. They still, like, now they don't play so much run and shoot. I don't think, me personally, I think Wiseman was a good pickup, but he doesn't fit their system. He's going to be a good player.
Not a good fit for what Curry wants to do, the run
right.
and stuff.
Right. He looked good though. I was impressed. Yeah, he could move the floor, he could run the floor, but he's just not. He doesn't fit that system. Yeah. You know, Oubre. I don't think Oubre fits that system either.
But he's not. He had some posters out there. Didn't he poster Kevin Durant? You seen that?
He like Oubre is a good player. You know what I mean? He's a very good.
He's not an outside shooter. Someone was breaking that down. No one out there with Curry can really shoot the rock. No one out there is really good at
nobody touched the floor. Nobody. Yeah. You know. So
Wiggins and Oubre are essentially almost the same type of player. Like it's like 1A, 1B almost. You know what I mean? They're kind of the same type of guy. They do the same thing.
I can give you that. I think, and I was just about to get on Wiggins. I think Wiggins, he's hit his ceiling. I don't think we're gonna get any more out of Wiggins. I know when he was in Minnesota, we were waiting for him to be that superstar, right? He never developed him. That's why they shipped him out. We thought, okay, put him with Curry, put him with Steph, where he's not the main focus. He's got people who can spread the floor, let him use his athletic ability.
He's an all right piece, but we just need more shooting. Sorry, I'm not a Warriors fan. They need more shooting.
Did you see Steph on the sideline come fourth quarter?
Oh, I took a screenshot of it and put it up on my page. He looks so miserable.
Man, he looked like them braids was too tight.
Right? Hey, he looks good though. It's just Cornrow Curry need help over there, man. Cornrow Curry need help.
He need a lot of help.
Another thing I saw, Brooklyn Nets look good. They deep. They're a deep squad, bro. They're a deep squad.
They are a solid team, and it would make no sense for them to trade for Harden.
No, absolutely none. Absolutely none. Now, one trade rumor I heard, the 76ers, I would get up off Ben Simmons for a James Harden. I don't know why everyone's so hesitant. Do we agree on that or no?
I would definitely get off Ben Simmons for James Harden.
I'd give up a couple draft picks too.
You know what it is? What I think, though, is I think Ben Simmons is a good young player, right? And you got to look at the contract structure. So you can lock down Simmons where he's not going to have that max deal like Harden.
If you can do that, that's true.
Yeah, so it helps you build. So it can, you bring in Harden. You may not be able to have the cap space to put around the pieces that you need to.
That's true.
No, so
You
that's
got to
the thing.
max out Harden right away. You're right.
Yeah, that's where I would be a little bit hesitant of moving Simmons. But as far as like putting pieces on the board and players, in a heartbeat,
Hey,
I let it.
but back to your point, Brooklyn, no, don't touch that. Don't blow
Yeah,
that. Because like you said, they're deep enough, and they've got players out there that can score, but also they're not gonna get mad if they don't. Like Karis LeVert, Dinwiddie, they can
right.
score a little bit, but they're not gonna be mad if they only get under 10 shots. You know what I mean?
They're a well-built team, I'll tell you like that.
Very
They've
well
got
built
their
team.
superstars and they got their role players who walk into that role perfectly. I think they're a good team. What I want to see though is the season progresses and people get tired and things start to happen. How is Kyrie and Durant? How are they going to fare together deep in the season? Because in the beginning of the season, everybody's up, everybody's
happy.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're tired and you hit them losing streaks, you know what I mean? You hit the tough games, you miss them big shots. How's that dynamic going to go,
But you know what? I'm not mad because I think Kevin Durant is one of those – he's a great complimentary player, and I think he proved that when he went over to play with Curry. I think he don't mind playing second fiddle until that fourth quarter. I think he's good with it. Almost like that LeBron trait. It's almost like that LeBron. He's not mad at sharing the rock a little bit. Now, players like if you bring Harden into the mix, I don't need him standing off in the corner while everybody – because he don't got the ball. We don't need that in Brooklyn. We got a good thing over there.
Brooklyn looks good. They look like they're going to be strong. They're going to be strong.
Okay, so that segues me to my next point. Who do you think – we've watched all the teams play, I think, already, except Houston and who is Houston playing? Freak. The Houston game got postponed, but we watched all those games. Who do you think poses the biggest threat to the LA Lakers? Home team, baby.
So right now, I can't say. I want to see more of the season because I've seen what I've seen. Denver looks pretty good. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Clippers look like the Clippers. I know they won that opening game, but I can't take them serious until I see them late in the season.
See, what I saw from the Clippers, Matt, it's like for me, it's like last season all over again because they made changes and the ones they made are for the Lakers, I think. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's what I think. They made changes strictly for the Lakers,
I just like that Clippers team just doesn't seem like they have the depth anymore. They lost a lot of pieces. Well, not a lot of pieces, but they lost a lot of contributing pieces as was so good last year, right? They fell apart late in the season. They fell apart in the bubble. We all know that. But what made them good was they had the depth. They could go the distance. They had a team that go the distance. They just fell short. Now I don't see they have the depth, right? I see that first five is strong. That first five will run with you. When that big it gets a little lackluster because you saw. Let's talk about that Clipper game, right? They jumped out to a 20-point lead in the first quarter. By halftime, it was cut. I think at one point before halftime, it was cut to 5.
Hey, let me put out there. They shot 73% in the first quarter.
Right.
Clippers. I don't know what the Lakers shot, but it wasn't no 73%, bro.
And you see when the bench came in and that flow was interrupted, it looked like a completely different team, even when the starters got back on the floor.
Yep. That's true.
So I don't know if that bench is strong enough. I don't know if the bench is deep enough to call them a threat.
But what I do see, Matt, no, I agree with you. And I think what their moves didn't put them above us. But what I do see is we're still going to have to look out. Like there's still a team I'd rather not see in a 7-game series as opposed to I'd rather see Denver. I'd rather see Portland. I'd rather see these teams because what they did, Ibaka, that was a good pickup for them. And what Ty Lue did, he flipped it on us because last year they were starting. Ivica Zubac started every single game last year.
Yeah.
Flipped it. He started Serge because he knows Serge is going to stretch Gasol. Serge is too big. Serge is too quick for Gasol, and that kind of messed with the flow. And then they had Zubac in there with Harrell. He's too big for Harrell.
Yeah.
So he flip-flopped us, and you see the rotations every time we put Gasol out there. Okay, bring Ibaka out there. You know what I mean? Like he did that with us. So just seeing that, I'm like, okay, Ty Lue's ready for some gamesmanship, bro. It's gonna be a nice full season.
He's a good coach. Ty Lue's a good coach. He's been there. He's done that. So maybe coaching was the reason why the Clippers flustered at the end down there.
Maybe Clipper Dale has some because Clipper Dale is like, we want Ty Lue. It's all Doc Rivers' fault. I'm like, stop scapegoating it, bro. Stop scapegoating it.
One team in the West that I think the Lakers will handle, but they'll give them trouble. is going to be Dallas. I think we're going to see a really good Dallas team this year, and I think they're going to surprise some people. I think they shock whoever they see in the first round, give the second round some fits. You know, they're still 2 pieces away from being a solid championship team, but we can – I'm calling Dallas is going to be one of those teams that are better than they were last year. They make a good push in the top of the West.
Hey, my cousin Ryan, that's my cousin Ryan's team. Hey, Ryan, you see Matt calling out the Dallas Mavericks? Hey, only if Porzingis can stay healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
They acquired Josh Richardson over from, I think, Philly. That was a good pickup for them, good wing. But Porzingis has got to be there for Doncic, dog. He got to be there for him. Last year, he left early, and that was pretty much the reason they lost to the Clippers. They were probably about to beat the Clippers if Porzingis didn't go down, bro. It was pretty –
It was good series. It was a close series.
Matt's like, I don't know, bro.
I don't know if they would have pulled that one out. I don't know.
Oh, man. Okay. So we're halfway through the show. I like the Dallas Mavericks take. I like that, Matt. That wasn't, that was lukewarm. It wasn't hot. It wasn't a hot take. That was a lukewarm take.
A lukewarm? Okay.
Hey, but we about to hit these NFL topics when we come back to the Faithful Fan Show. Thank you.
Yep.
The team with a foul to give. Bucks with 2 timeouts. Boston just used their last timeout. Here we go. Tatum. Giannis switches onto him. Tatum and Antetokounmpo, the superstar. Step back 3 on the way. Oh! It banks in! Jason Tatum puts Boston on top with a window 3. How about that? A prayer answered. Tatum over Giannis. And Boston by 2 with 0.4 seconds remaining.
Turned into a one-on-one game. The best defender on the Bucks goes up against the best offensive player on Boston. Taking their time, getting the best shot available. His patented move. We've seen Tatum do that. In and out left dribble, step back to the left angle. And yeah, the bank's open. You can act like you meant to hit that off the glass. In the words of Paul Pierce, I didn't call glass, I called game.
Welcome back to the Faithful Fan Show. I'm here kicking it with Matt. We're going to talk some NFL football. It's getting crazy. We down to like the last 2-3 weeks. Hey, Matt, y'all made the quarterback switch back to Trubisky. What's going on?
Yo, it's what we need. Like, honestly, it's what we needed. It's what we needed because I think the offense was built and structured for a quarterback like Trubisky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can all say Foles is a better quarterback in a different system. The system, we proved the system was not designed for Nick Foles. He's not the quarterback to run this offense.
And we learned that like 2-3 weeks in because Matt Nagy and him were not seeing eye to eye with the play.
At all.
Yeah.
And I think you've got to blame, like, honestly, I think, one, Matt Nagy handled this season terribly because Trubisky hadn't lost yet, right? I know we were down.
It was a bad timing to bench him, yes.
Right? One, not only did you bench him at bad timing, right? You let us lose 6 straight games before you brought him back. Or 5 straight games before you brought him back. You know what I mean? 5 games. And then you bring him back against a hot Aaron Rodgers and the Packers in Lambeau Field.
What is he supposed to do, right?
Right. You know what I mean? So I think with Trubisky back in the fold, we making the playoffs. I'm calling it right now. Bears are getting
Wait a minute, Matt. Wait a minute. Matt, so you got Arizona. That's who's in the way. They're one game up on y'all, Arizona.
And Arizona plays the Rams this weekend. That's an L, right?
L. Hey, the Rams. Who they just lose to though, Matt?
We ain't worried about who they just lost.
Oh no, they just lost to the Jets. They're going down.
I know. They just lost to the Jets. We're not worried about that. That's the reason why I know they're going to
stand in the way for y'all.
Arizona. That's how I know they're going to handle business against Arizona because they lost to the Jets last week.
That's the game that game. Okay. All right, Matt. All right.
So that's all we need. A tie means the Bears are in the playoffs. So Arizona pulls up the Rams this weekend. That's the L. All we have to do is win out. We got Jacksonville this weekend.
Okay, that's
the Jets. So it's the NFL any given Sunday. I'm not saying it's a cakewalk, but we should beat the Jaguars, right? That leaves us to go home into Soldier Field, invite the Green Bay Packers to see us in Week 17 for a playoff.
Wait, Matt! Wait! No! gets blurry. This is where it gets foggy, man. This is where everything gets foggy.
Okay.
Wait, so y'all got to win against Rodgers.
We got to win against Rodgers. Yes.
He's coming to y'all, though, right?
They're coming to Soldier Field. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about that is what happened last year when Matt LaFleur and them boys was going into the playoffs. They took it easy them last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They kind of toned it down. They didn't want to show their offense.
And they got it wrapped up, so they might do the same thing. They might give Aaron Rodgers a break.
They won't rest them, but they're not going to come out full foot on the gas. Yeah. Right? They're not going to
clinch. They're good.
Right. They will. You will see, I promise you, in that Green Bay game, you will see Green Bay try and ground and pound against us.
Yep.
Okay? Which worked the first time. Akeem Hicks wasn't playing, though. So you put Akeem Hicks in there and we stop the run, oh, it's a bad day for Aaron Rodgers.
And that's y'all's run stopper. That is y'all's run stopper.
About to throw 400 yards. It's not going to happen, right? So as long as we can stop the run, which as long as Hicks is in there, we will do. Khalil Mack has got his engine running.
Y'all gonna stop Mr. Jones? Mr. Jones ain't gonna score 3 touchdowns on y'all?
No, not in Soldier Field. Not in week 17.
Not in my house. Not in my house.
It's not happening. Look. If the Rams take care of business, you will see the Bears in the playoffs.
Okay.
And I'm going this far too. If the Bears get in the playoffs, you will see the Bears get out of wild card weekend and make it to the second round.
Oh shit!
You look.
Fans, faithful fans, you gonna have to weigh in because Matt's happy right now. It's a happy holidays. Santa Claus is in a giving mood this season. If the Bears make it out of the you sounded like a Cowboys fan. So all the Cowboys got to do, Matt. We got to wait for it. So Washington got to lose this week, right? And then they got to lose next week too, right? And then we got to win this week and then win next week too. And then the Giants can't win either, right? No, we're done. I'd like to joke. No. It's tough for the Cowboys though. It's a tough road, man. We like
Cowboys 10%. Y'all already got y'all vacation plans booked. Y'all already know what y'all are doing in January and February.
We fishing?
Yes. Ice fishing somewhere. You know what I mean? But real talk. Everybody has talked about, that Bears defense, right? We all want to forget that Bears defense is a monster. We still the monsters of Midway, right? Our offense has been sluggish. I'm not saying Mitchell Trubisky is a great quarterback, but right now Mitchell Trubisky is playing well. All right?
He's playing his best football. He's playing his best football of his career, honestly. Because it wasn't this last week, but I think 2 weeks ago when he threw the 3 touchdowns.
Yes, in the first quarter.
That was one of his best. No, he had a 5 touchdown. Right? Mitch had a 5 touchdown. That was his best game of his career last year. So, this year.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
He's balling right now.
As long as he continues to make the plays that he's making and not turn the ball over and give the defense some rest so they can do what they do, the Bears are a scary team. We look at our record and you say, they got 7 losses. They're 8-7 or 7-7. They're trash.
Matt, I'm with you, Matt. I'm with you for the making the playoffs. I think it's possible because you know who's real. Someone like the Arizona Cardinals are actually they're going backwards. You know what I mean? They're kind of off the rails right now. So I can see y'all sneaking in the playoffs. Winning wild card weekend. Y'all potentially play.
We get in the playoffs. Look, we
Seahawks maybe.
We sneak into the playoffs, and who are we playing? The Saints?
The Saints?
It'll be the Saints. Yeah, let's say the Saints and the Seahawks. Let's say the Saints.
Matt.
Hold on, listen. Playing. Look at how Drew Brees has been playing over the last few weeks.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's been struggling. Drew Brees is at the end of his career. He's done. That's
not the right matchup, though, Matt. That's not the right matchup, Matt. They are the best. They are one of the best defenses in the league. You don't want Trubisky to run up against that right now, bro. You know it, Matt. Stop. Don't be bougie because Trubisky's balling right now. Look at Matt. You bougie because Trubisky threw 3 touchdowns.
What I heard you say. Hold on. What I heard you say
is the Saints
is one of the best defenses in the league.
They are. Right now they are.
Hold on. But we all sing the same song every single year.
For the Saints
are going to the Super Bowl. The Saints are going to the Super Bowl. And then the playoffs come, and they do what the Saints do. And
it's not – isn't the Saints' fault? The Saints be getting bad fortune, though. You know that. Hey, Corey. Hey, you hear Matt talking about your Saints right now, right?
Hey, bad fortune comes to bad football teams. All right.
Matt's calling it, Corey. Matt's calling the Saints. The Saints are gonna get upset by the Bears in the wild card.
Corey, where are we watching the game at when it comes wild card weekend? Where are we watching it? How much are we putting up? You know what I mean?
Somebody stop this man. Somebody stop
doing it. At me, Corey. You know my at. You know how to get at me. You got my direct line too, Corey. Let's go.
This is a mess. We got 2 weeks left of the NFL season. Oh, man. It's Christmas Eve. I'm so excited that we get to watch some basketball tomorrow. It starts at 9 a.m., brother. 9 a.m.
Look, we get basketball and football tomorrow.
Wait, what are the games tomorrow? Is there one or two?
Saints are playing tomorrow.
Yep, the Saints.
I want to say Saints and Vikings, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me see. Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Saints and Vikings. That's it. Just one game tomorrow.
Yep. We're going to see that number one defense. We about to see it.
You know it, man. Hey, Matt sat here for 5 minutes like this.
On full display.
Because Trubisky out here balling. But, hey, he is, though. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the kid. He's looking a lot better. He's taking everything a lot better than Carson Wentz. Taking everything.
Well, is Carson Wentz going to Pittsburgh?
He going to go somewhere. He ain't playing in Philly no more, though. I could see him going to Jacksonville, though. They stanky. They take him.
Jacksonville might get Trevor Lawrence.
They might. I know. They now they're like number one in a race for it.
So you know, Jacksonville might have sunshine out there. I don't know.
I don't want him to go to Pittsburgh. He don't deserve Pittsburgh. He don't deserve Tomlin.
He don't.
Tomlin
don't. But even if he goes to Pittsburgh, he's still sitting on the bench for at least another 2. I think Ben's got 2 more in him. You know what I mean?
Do we though? You see the last couple weeks, bro? I don't know. Ben.
I'm not gonna speak. You know what? I have some feelings about Pittsburgh and why they've been choking. We'll save that for another episode, though.
11-0, Matt. 5-0-5.
They're 0-3. They lost straight.
Oh, they lost 3 in a row. Okay, I thought. I'm thinking what their schedule is. They could possibly go 0-5.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah, it's tough, bro. It's tough.
Hey, you know what? We'll have another episode where it'll be dedicated to the problems that Pittsburgh has been having over the last.
It's crazy, and you know who's been right about it the whole way. And I hate saying it. Stephen A. Smith, shout out ESPN. He would. If that's his team, he has not been excited all year. He's been like, nah, these wins are fugazi. these W's are fugazi.
Hey, look, we all heard football starts and ends in the trenches, and that's where they've been having a lot of problems.
And that's the issue.
Protection issues. You know what I mean? They've been having a lot of issues up front. They've had a couple injuries up front. Yeah. And Ben has been taking a couple shots, and you're right. He does look like he don't want 2 more years. He does look like he don't want 2 more years in the league. But I think Tomlin is a good enough coach to course correct, and they'll be all right. Pittsburgh will be all right.
I think Ben can give him 2 more, but like I said, don't know if he wants to give 2 more years after like the protection issues that you're talking about. But Matt, my brother, I appreciate you coming on the show with me. I ain't gonna hold you too long on Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, brother. Would you have anything to say to the fans before we get out of here?
All I have to say is, like, who gonna at me when them Bears get out of that?
Oh, my God. You're not letting – Hey, go Bears. Go Bears.
Bear down. Let's go.
At my brother Matt. Please at my brother Matt. Hey, thank you, fans. Subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Merry Christmas. We love y'all on The Faithful Fan Show.
Peace.
The pain going hard with the venom. Shot so much, man, I think I need a leg. In the pain going hard with the venom. Shot so much, man, I think I need a leg. Animal, MC cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm on BS if real, my rhymes convict and heal. A world blind, my lies a red pill, real. Ball like I've been here, rookie in his prime. Focus like Jordan the second time. Kobe in playoff time, you know fully when I drop. Call for it, Kelly go in the blaze, spit. Auto like free throws by Ito. Circle loose stroke magic, rhymes on